Here you go.
What is a show Bible? A show Bible is a document that outlines the characters, plots, settings, and themes of a television series. Writers pitch show Bibles to network executives and production companies in the hopes that it will produce a production agreement. Well, with the Clint Initiative podcast, we do streaming content, we do movies, we do music. So, for our productions, we have a Bible, and that Bible will be previewed here on the show.
Okay, so that's our bracket for this week. And as you can see, we've got Jay in the house.
What up, what up, what up?
So what I'm going to do is, before we get started with our Bible bracket, I'm going to do a quick check-in with Jay. So, Jamel, how is it going for you today, my friend?
Everything is going great. I do apologize for checking in late. I was just trying to make sure that I can get my phone hotspot connected to my laptop so I can tune in with you guys and everything runs smoothly.
Also had a really fun topic where people got to pick 3 music that they would listen to for the week. And what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to bring that up so that you can see it. We've got Michael with Thriller. We've got Luther Vandross. We got Purple Rain with Prince. We've got Janet Jackson. We got Anita Baker. We got New Edition. We got Madonna. We got Billy Ocean with Suddenly. And we got Teddy Pendergrass. Now, that was the first question, Jamel. You can only listen to 3 of these next week. So you have to pick, you can pick 3. Or the other question is, what's your favorite summertime activity? So, Jamel, which question would you like to answer?
My favorite summertime activity.
Okay, so let us have it. What's your favorite summertime activity, Jamel?
Jump in the road naked. Let's jump and skip.
Honestly, I
Boing, boing.
like being out on the beach on the ocean and just being able to just chill out there, you know, let the sand run through my feet and just ground myself and find peace in like a little private area and just kick back and relax.
Absolutely fantastic.
Do you know who Alice Elbows Crespo is, Jay?
You say that again, Katie?
You know who Elvis Crespo is?
Elvis Crespo.
Oh my God, come on. I was having faith so I'm not alone.
You know, if I honestly, I probably do. I just don't remember the name, you know? So.
No.
Okay, so, and Clint, of course, was saying that that's not a nude beach you go to, is it, Jamel?
Oh.
Because you said you like to jump around naked, so I don't know.
He gave us a little sample sometime last week with the rope skipping and everything.
I honestly think if I go to a nude beach, that'll be too much excitement for a lot of people.
Self-confidence is a beautiful thing. Okay, so
yes,
we've already introduced our Bible bracket. We've already had the explanation for the show Bible. And now we've got our 2 competitors this week. We've got All Too Well. And in addition to All Too Well, we've got relationship stories. And I'm going to start with relationship stories. Relationship stories is all about the good, the bad, and the ugly of relationships. It's not always love, exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you. It's not always the love boat. Sometimes you get the good, the bad, and the ugly. And the other one is All Too Well. We know all too well the things that happen when you least expect it. We know all too well the people in our lives to avoid. We know all too well the people in our lives to welcome in. We know all too well the people that will lie to your face. We know all too well the backstabbers. And in the film All Too Well, we delve into those stories of the backstabbers and the liars and the cheats, the lovers. And you know you got to include those freaks. So that's All Too Well. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and show our rating system, because what we do is we discuss the film. I present the films, we discuss them, and then each person gets to pick the film that they think we should go a little bit further in. We decide whether it sticks, needs more work, or whether we can forget about it. So, for our two films this week, Relationship Stories and All Too Well, does everybody know their pick, or do we need to discuss it a little further?
I know my pick already.
Okay, what about you?
He knows his pick all too well.
That's right.
Mm.
You know my Jamel know which exactly is my pick.
And what about you?
I know his pick all
Hush.
too well.
Let me save it for later on the table here.
And what about you,
Don't give
Katie?
them out.
Do you know your pick yet?
No, I don't know. I like both of them. It's hard for me. Like, both of them are very relatable. So it's kind of, I don't know.
And also, with our audience, you also get to pick what sticks for you, what needs work, or whether we can forget about it. And since Clint was the first one to say he knew for sure what his answer would be, let's go ahead and check in with Clint and say, what is your pick for this week?
You know it all too well. Jamal know it all too well.
Oh, so Clint's going with All Too Well. And what about
Jesus
you,
knows it all too well.
Now, why would you pick All Too Well?
Because I know my enemies and my friends all too well. I know who's my friends and I know who's my frenemies. For example, let me give you a little example. If you, let's take Facebook or any social media platform, for example, you must try this experiment. If you want to know who is for you and who supports you and who likes you, post a video message or one of your status on your status on your wall feed, and you're going to see how much people likes and comments on your post. Then take that same post and post it into your stories, and you're going to see all your frenemies. When you'll see like all thousands and hundreds of thousands of people just watching it, but they're liking it. And when you post it on your wall post, those people, you don't see those people at all. They watch what you're doing. They will watch what you're doing, but they don't like you. So that's how I know my enemies all too well. I know them.
Well, wow, you really gave us a lot of insight there, Clint. Yes, there are people we know all too well. And now, Jamel, which one is your pick this week and why?
Honestly, they both go together. They blend together. Because when you've been in a relationship for quite some time and you really get to learn how that person is, you know them all too well. It doesn't even have to be just a boyfriend girlfriend relationship, marriage. It can be relationship even with your kids, because you know them all too well. So I feel like they both blend together. So for me, I would say let's just put them both together. Why not?
Jamel always figuring out my tricks as a filmmaker, always figuring out. The reason why this is called the Clint Initiative is because just like with the Avengers Initiative and the films they showed in the MCU, there would always be a connection between the films. It was always well thought out and it really fit together. So, of course, there's going to be a connection between relationship stories and All Too Well, but I guess that won't be a surprise to the audience. The only thing that will be a surprise is how I do it. So, Katie, after all of that discussion, do you know which one you would pick?
No. I mean, I do both. It's okay because I don't know. It's true. Like they're very similar. Like you say, you can get to know somebody in a relationship, like what their true intention is and what their purpose is. It's kind of difficult. Like, but I guess I don't know. I don't know. I can't. It's hard. It's too hard.
Okay, so Jamel picked both. Katie is picking both effectively. Clint has picked All Too Well. And I, of course, am the tiebreaker because I get to make up the graphics. So let's see if someone out there in the audience can break the tie.
Oh my God.
No, nobody in the audience is. So I guess the audience hates all of them. Okay, so in our bracket this week was All Too Well and relationship stories up for grabs. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play our previous winners, and then I'm gonna give the winner in my estimation for this week. And our winner for this week is All Too Well. Like sands through the hourglass of time.
And how did I know that? How did I know that was going to be All Too Well?
What was that?
I said, how did I know that was All Too Well?
And